शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Namaste. Now we will see the meanings of Shri Vishnu Sahasranama based on Shri Shankaracharya Bhashya for verse 77. First, we will see the verse Vishwamurtirmahamurtirdiptamurtiramurtiman AnekamurtiravyaktashataMurtishatananaha. The namas herein are Vishwamurtihi, Mahamurtihi, Diptamurtihi, Amurtiman, Anekamurtihi, Avyaktaha, Shatamurtihi, Shatananaha. So there are 8 namas herein. We will see the meanings of each of these one by one. The first nama is Vishwamurtihi. Vishwam Murtirasya Sarvatmakatvat iti Vishwamurtihi. Everything is his form as he is everything. So here in this nama we see 2 components, Vishwa and Murti. Murti is form and Vishwa is everything. So all the forms that we see are his forms because he is all pervasive. Sarvatmakatvat, as he is everything. So all the forms that we see, that is his form only. Nothing is non-divine. Everything is divinity. So all manifestations, irrespective of what species they belong to, whether they are sthavara or jangama, that is whether mobile or immobile, whether it is flora or fauna, irrespective of caste, gender and various other divisions, everything is Bhagavan, Lord Narayana only. So that concept of all inclusiveness or the presence of Bhagavan everywhere, in everything, in each and every entity is brought out by this first nama, Vishwamurti. The next nama is Mahamurti. Shesha Paryanka Shayinosya Mahati Murtiriti Mahamurti. The one who has a great form reclining on the Shesha. So here the components are Mahat and Murti. So Mahat and Murti join together to bring about this form Mahamurti. Murti again is a form and Mahat is great. So Acharya here beautifully explains Shesha Paryanka Shayinaha. So which form is great and majestic and magnificent? That is indicated by the term Mahamurtihi. He brings about the Ananta Padmanabha form of Lord Narayana as Mahamurti. So the great as Ranganatha, as Ananta Padmanabha, as Ranganatha in Sri Ranga and also in Thiruvanantapura. All in all those temples, we see that the great reclining form of Bhagavan, Lord Narayana. So that's a majestic form which is which can be gloriously visualized in our hearts for meditation. So, and that is the form in which he is in Sri Vaikuntha also. So, that is the great form Mahamurtihi of Bhagavan Narayana. The next nama is Diptamurtihi. There are a couple of interpretations here. We will see the first interpretation. Deepta Jnanamayi Murtirasyeti. The one whose form is the embodiment of knowledge and that glows with the knowledge that it stands for. So here in the Nama Deepta Murti, we see two components, Deepta and Murti. Murti is form and Deepta means that which is shining, that which is glowing. So Acharya here points out that Deepta, the glow that here indicates in the first interpretation, the glow of knowledge. Jnanamayi Murtihi. So that form that shines forth with the glow of knowledge is Sachidananda Swarupa. So that is Deeptatva. That is the glowing nature of the form of Bhagavan Narayana. So that interpretation or that idea is brought about by the first interpretation. The glowing, glorious form of Bhagavan is described by Deepta Murti. The second interpretation, Swechaya Grihita Taijasi Murtihi Deepta Murtihi Asyetiva. The one who has assumed of his own will the form of Tejas, of Agni, of light and lustre. So here also the Murti is form and the Deepta is glow. Previously the glow was the glow of knowledge. Here in the second interpretation, Deepta refers to Taijasi Murti. The form of Bhagavan Narayana can be seen in everything that glows with light and lustre. The sun, the moon, Agni. So all that is aglow, all that is glowing are the forms of Bhagavan. So Bhagavan has manifested himself as the Taijasi Murti, the Murti or the form of Tejas, which is light, lustre and Agni. So that any light, any form of Agni that glows is the glow of Bhagavan Narayana, and hence he is termed here as Deepta Murti. The first interpretation brings about his spiritual glow. Here, all that glows in this material world in a glorious manner, so that is also Bhagavan Narayana. The fourth nama is Amurtiman. Karma nibandhana murtirasya na vidyata iti Amurtiman. The one who has assumed form that is not necessitated by karma. Amurtiman. So, na murtiman, na vidyate murtihi, asya karma nibandhana. So, his form was not necessitated because of his karma. We all assume the forms, the bodies that we are embodied because of our previous karma. As a karma phala, according to the great philosophical theory of karma of Indian tradition, we all have so many kinds of janmas because we are bound by karma. Whereas Bhagavan also assumes forms, but those forms, as in Ramavatara, Krishnavatara, in Vamanavatara, so Bhagavan assumes various forms, but those various forms that he assumes are not due to karma, his own karma, only out of pure unconditional love for the Jivatmans and to facilitate the strength of dharma and also to decimate adharmic forces, Bhagavan assumes a form and his form is not due to his karma. So in Yoga Sutra we see Klesha Karma Vipaka Ashayair Aparam Rishtaha Purusha Visheshaha Ishvaraha. Ishvara, Bhagavan, Narayana is untouched by karma, klesha, vipaka, and ashaya. And hence, though he is endowed with various glorious forms, those forms are not due to karma. So that is indicated by the nama Amurtiman. His murti actually is Amurti. Our murtis are murtis because of karma. His murti, as it is not due to karma, cannot be called as murti as such in the karmic terms. So that is explained by, or that is brought about by this nama Amurtiman. The next nama is Anekamurtihi. अवतारेषु स्वेच्छया लोकानामुपकारिणीः बह्वीः मूर्तिर्भजत इति अनेकमूर्तिः. The one who assumes various forms during his various incarnations for the well-being of the world. So, Aneka Murtihi, Aneka and Murti. So, Murti is form, Aneka is multifarious or various. So, here in his various incarnations, just now as it was mentioned, so he assumes various forms. So, the Narasimhavatara is a mix of Simha and Nara. And in Vamanavatara, he took the form of a dwarf. In Krishna Avatara, he was born in the family of cowherds. And then in Ramavatara, he was a Kshatriya. So in Parashurama Avatara, he was a Rishi, a sage. So in this way, he takes various forms, and then also in each of his incarnations, he takes multiple forms to bless the devotees. In the same Ramavatara, he has the form of the majestic prince. He later becomes the majestic king, and in due course, he becomes a Vanavasi. So, in this way, in Ramavatara, we see the various forms of Bhagavan, and similarly, and what to say about Krishna Avatara, the Leelas that he did for the well being of the devotees. Anganam Anganam Antare Madhavo Madhavam Madhavan Chantare Angana Ittama Kalpite Mandale Madhyagaha Sanjagau Venuna Devaki Nandanaha. Beautifully it has been described, uh, where for each and every Angana, Gopangana, Krishna assumed one form. So for each gopi, there was one Krishna. So for thus we see in the Rasa Krida, in the Rasa Leela, to bless his Gopakanyas. So he took one Krishna form each for those Gopikas. So thus we see that in various avatars he took various forms, and in each of his avatara he has taken multifarious forms to bless those who are associated or who are devoted to him. So thus we see the Aneka Murtitva of Bhagavan Narayana. The sixth nama is Avyaktaha. Yadyapyaneka tathaapyayam idrisha eveti na vyajyata iti Avyaktah. Though he has many forms, still the one cannot be defined as this is how he is. So Avyaktaha, Navyaktaha, the one whose form is not very manifest or not very clear or cannot be fathomed or cannot be understood easily. Though Bhagavan just now in the previous Nama was glorified as Anekamurti, having multifarious forms, still what is the reality? Those multiple forms, each of them, or what is his real nature? We are unable to fix by words and forms, by Nama and Rupa, the one who cannot be defined, because he can at his will assume multiple names and forms. So he is Anekamurti. That Anekamurtitva itself makes him avyakta, in the sense makes us inquisitive as to what his real form is. That real form of Bhagavan Narayana is beyond name and form. That is, that has to be realized, or one has to be established in that form. What is that form? Satchidananda Swarupa, that pure blissful conscious state of existence. So one should be established in that form, and it cannot be perceived with a name and form like his various incarnations. And hence, in that sense, in the sense of his Satchidananda Swarupa, he is Avyakta. Bhagavan Narayana is thus glorified by this Nama Avyakta. The next Nama is Shatamurti. नानाविकल्पजामूर्तयः संविदाकृतेः सन्तीति शतमूर्तिः. Though he is of the form of pure knowledge, multifarious forms of him are there that are visualized. So, Shatamurtihi, Shata is 100. Here it is used in the sense of innumerable, and Murti is form. So, the one who has innumerable forms. The same idea was indicated in Aneka Murti also, but here Acharya very clearly clarifies that his true nature, his pure form is Samvidakriti. Samvit is pure knowledge. So his essential nature is pure knowledge, but his multiple forms exist because of the vikalpas, because of the imaginations and visualizations of each and every devotee. So many forms exist. Some worship him as child, some worship him as consort, some worship him as Lord, and in this manner, we see the devotees worship him in various ways. Some worship him as a teacher, some even worship him, some devotees worship him even as a student. We see that. So, in this way, the one who is worshipped according to the visualization, according to the imagination, Nana Vikalpajaha Murtayaha, though his form is of pure Satchidananda Swarupa, each and every devotee visualizes or imagines a form that is uh, very closer to his heart of his own, in the form of a child, lord, consort, in so many ways. So that form of Bhagavan that lends itself to so many such visualization, that endearing form that brings us close to the real knowledge through his names and forms, so that is glorified by the Nama Shatamurti. The eighth Nama is Shatananaha. Vishwamurtitvam yataha ata eva shatananaha. As he has many forms, so are his faces. So Shata Anana, Anana is face, and Shata is many, innumerable. So 100 is an indicative word. Shatam is 100, but it indicates innumerable. So as he is a Shatamurti, as he has multiple forms, so many are his faces. So hence he is so we even in the Vedas we see Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. So his faces are 100, heads are 100 or thousands, and then Sahasraksha, thousands of eyes, Sahasrapat, thousands of feet. There in that mantra, we see that the Virat Swarupa of Bhagavan is presented as a Sahasra Shirsha Purusha. What is a Virat Swarupa? According to the Vedic interpreters, we see Acharyas who interpret the Vedas, they say Virat refers to the aggregate or sum total of all the beings that exist. So all the heads of all the living beings, if they are put together as one organic entity, then that is all the beings. If all the beings of this creation is considered as one Purusha, one living body, one organism, then that one living organism that incorporates all living beings within it, manifest living beings within it, so that is Virat Purusha. So that Virat Purusha has thousands of heads, means the millions and millions of heads of human beings, animals, and all the entities that are endowed with a head. He is the head of that Virat Purusha. All the feet all the feet that exist for all those innumerable beings, be the feet of the insects, or be the feet of the animals, or be the feet of the human beings, or various other kinds of creatures, all the feet are the feet of Bhagavan, because the entire creation is seen as one Virat Purusha. And hence, so we see this glorious, all inclusive, all glorifying, all divine vision of the Vedas being expressed through the words Sahasra Shirsha and Shatanana. So everything in this world is divine. That is the Vedic culture. Everything, every head, every feet, every hand, every finger, every limb that moves in this world is nothing but a part or an aspect of Bhagavan only. So everything has to be respected and worshipped, and one has to coexist in a harmonious and also in a respectful manner. So that glorious Vedic ideal is brought about by this expression Shatananaha. So thus, with these 8 namas in verse 77, we have thus far seen 724 namas. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.